What's up, guys? Ricky Revo here with Ricky Revo RC. So, yep, I'm in another hotel room again. So we're gonna have another RC experience in here. Not quite as silly as the last time. This time I'm actually gonna fix my Mini E-REVO. So, check it out. So repairs on the Mini E-REVO. So what we got going is, last time I had it out, I lost the drive shaft. I don't know if you get hit. Check it out. You see the drive shaft is absolutely gone. The wheel's just freewheeling. Before that happened though, the rear end was just making awful noises. I mean you guys can hear that. It's another differential. I know it is. I've heard it a million times. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard it. So I put it on the shelf for a little while, got angry at the car and kind of punished it and said, "You're being a pain in the ass, get on the shelf." Well, I do miss driving this car. I really enjoy driving this car. It's one of my favorite cars. So I will be fixing it, and it is getting upgrades. So first upgrade we're going with is a Bevel geared ring and pinion from Hot Racing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is a beveled gear, which is what's used on real life cars. And me being a mechanic, I work for Ford, I know that bevel gears work versus a spur style, which is just straight. When I pull it apart and I actually get the old differential out, I'll show you the difference between the two. But there is an advantage to a bevel gear, and all it is really, you see that? You see how they're curved rather than just straight cuts in and out? That just makes for a better gear mesh. I mean, smoother transactions on torque, all that good stuff. So, well, like I said, when I get the other gear out, I'll show you. So we got that. It doesn't come with any internals. It's empty. So you're going to have to get some gears. Get yourself some brand new gears. Kit's $10, okay? And, like I said, we lost one of those drive shafts, and that's actually not the first drive shaft I've lost on that car. So I got some the Traxxas steel upgrades. So I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the car and fix it. Real quick, guys, I just wanted to say this is the T-Bone Racing chassis brace thingy mababa hoojamajigga. This thing is a must-have if you're gonna have any. If you bash the hell out of your Mini E-REVO, you need one of these. Trust me, guys. I mean, before I put this on, I broke so many bumpers, so many skid plates. I mean, breakages, like structural breakages, were through the roof with this car, and I just did not know what to do. This was the answer right here, guys. I mean, this thing takes a beating and it protects your car. Comes with a wheelie bar too, so that's pretty cool. So definitely T-Bone Racing chassis brace thingy mabobber. Okay, back to it. Alright, so check it out. I got it all apart. And yep, obviously my shimming wasn't correct. And you can see that there. These are just absolutely flat. No bearings went, nothing like that. And I thought maybe I had a bearing go or something, but they're all in pretty good shape. I mean, it hasn't been very long since I replaced them, but look at that. Whew. Alright, so I'm going to show you now the difference between a bevel gear and a straight gear. So, as you can see, was those gears aren't perfectly straight. They're on an angle. Versus these that kind of look like they're on an angle, but they're just stripped out. As you can see, they're just straight up and down. Same thing with those. You see how they're just straight all the way around? There's no bevel, nothing to them. I mean, it's just a jagged straight line right there. Now if you look at the bevel gear, if I throw the bevel gear at you, you can see a difference there. So that's your bevel gear. Right next to it is your straight gear. See the difference? So now the reason for the bevel gear is it's a better gear mesh for heavy acceleration. So rather than it just being two straight gears, you know, just rubbing against each other and just kind of spinning on each other and doing stuff like that, this is actually, you get a nice good tight mesh on there, and it'll actually kind of work itself in there rather than just a fast snapping action. And just, I'm sorry, a fast snapping action. Let me show you this here. See, when it takes off, it's just a fast snapping action like that. Boom. So this puts a lot of wear on this when you're running a lot of power. If you're running on the street a lot and stuff like that, which I do. I run this car on the street quite often. I like running the car on the street. So this is going to help for those heavy as long as I got my gear mesh right. The heavy acceleration and stuff like that, it's going to soften the blow for the gears. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting my new differential together. Alright. So I had to go ahead and take the old differential apart because I got to get that little blue gasket down in there, a little O-ring right in the center right there. Got to go ahead and pop that bad boy out. See that? That has to go on the new one, because if not, you see that slot back and forth, that will definitely detonate your rear end. I've actually stripped these gears out quite a few times. So. Alright guys, so I got the back all together. The axles look great. Make sure my differentials are spinning in the correct direction, which it is. It's a good thing. Don't ever do that. Make sure your wheels are turning in the right direction before you hook up the battery to this thing. But the axles look great. They look real nice. Look tough now, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and start doing the front now. Alright then. So now that the front's back together, put my chassis brace back on, put some wheels on it, and we can give this bad boy a whirl. Well, there we go, boys and girls. A whole box of spare parts and another long, grueling repair with the Mini E-REVO. I can't win with this car, guys. Look at this. I'm out for 5 minutes with a brand new battery. This battery is literally the first run. Look at that. First run. Jeez. Well, I'll catch you guys later.